my moving video, which I posted a little while ago, I did say that the challenge race today was going to be my last race here at the Kartplex, but opportunities have arisen. We are not done yet. We are back racing at the Kartplex, and today we are running a newly tweaked version of the Super Track. The Super Track takes the Kartplex and combines it with the Gateway Road Course, where we cut through at normal turn 1, go around a long sweeping left, and then into a bus stop. And then new for this year is the Boomerang, which takes the crossover road section and turns it into a hairpin that's kind of boomerang shaped, and then back into the Kartplex into the 180. And then in previous years where we've had the chicane, it's been bypassed through the North Pole loop we've been using on the starts. Now that we're back racing at the Kartplex, we got a championship to hunt down. We're back! We're back at the Gateway Kartplex. I don't know how, but here we are. Where's the cart? Good question. So the cart is still up in Chicago. It still needs a lot of love. But Nathan, you asked, why are you here if you don't have a cart? Well, if we do a little bit of movie magic and just like that, we have a go-kart, and we have gone all blackout for this weekend. And as you'll probably notice, this is not my cart. This is actually Mark Schwagen's cart, which I have to give a huge thank you to for helping set this cart up for me this weekend and getting me back out on track, because had he not offered this to me, I probably wouldn't be here. So thank you, Mark. And we're running one of his frames for this weekend. We're representing the Jake Walsh Fan Club, I guess. And then we are going full blackout, and we are running number 8 this weekend because Margate ran out of 6s and 9s. I ran this cart in a test yesterday with kind of a junk motor, and the chassis felt really good, and the balance felt pretty much on point. So I think with an actual motor on here, then we should be in pretty good shape. This is not my motor. This is another loaner motor from Mike Gadberry. My motor is still in critical condition. And then we also brought our tires. We still got the signature silver and red lip on there. And pretty much everything else is all borrowed. We're still gonna have the same GoPro angles, the front angle up here, and then the rear angle back here. So nothing will be changing from your end. But today is the Super Track, which is super exciting, and they got a new version of it for this year, which looks super fun. And I'm really excited to get back out there. It's been a long time since I've been out racing, probably over a month at this point. So I'm pumped to get back out there. So let's head into practice 1. Okay, practice is done, and we were 7th in both sessions, which is pretty good considering we drove the cart for the very first time yesterday, but I still feel like there's a little bit more time to be found in the cart. We spent a lot of both sessions in traffic. Session 1, I was kind of stuck behind Jake Walsh, who was hesitant to let me by. In the second session, in an effort to get toward the back, I ended up right in the middle of everything, so that was a fail on my part. But even with the traffic, we were 7th in both sessions, so good start for the day. And I know this cart has way more time in it. It is very fast. It feels amazing. So if we can get this up into the top 5 or the top 3, I will be happy. And I think we can compete for a win with this cart. So let's get into qualifying.
Nope.
qualifying done, and we qualified 5th for the 2024 Super Track race, which I am only pissed about for one single reason, and that is that those first 2 laps I was basically Carter Riddle's shadow and was riding with him that entire time until I spun, and then as soon as I let him go, he ran away and put it on pole. So I probably, had I stayed with him, should have been 2nd, but we are 5th. Also, for the 2nd consecutive time, we have lost the GoPro. That is just due to the fact that we do not have a screw-in mount for the front, since this is temporary use bodywork. So first session, tried my chance with a sticky mount, didn't work. Then I tried super gluing the mount straight to the bearing. That worked even worse. So we're just going to try something different for today, since obviously mounting it on the fairing doesn't work. We are going to take the rear GoPro that was there, and we've mounted it on the side like this, which is actually how it's supposed to be used, but I decided to use a different way. So we are going to have an angle out the side like this. Probably won't be seeing quite as much as you would up there, but you'll be able to see a little bit of what I'm doing. You'll be able to see my feet. It'll at least give you guys an angle where you can see out the front, sort of. So I guess you guys can tell me what you think of that angle. But yeah, the kart feels great, but I am starving, so I am going to go and get myself a snack. Also, one last thing I forgot to mention, there is rain incoming, so they have decided to shorten the race today to 8 laps rather than 12 laps. So not a fan of shortening races, but in this case I'll let it pass because it's the Super Track and I don't want to drive 4.5 hours down here to do nothing. So but yeah, we'll be lining up 5th for an 8-lap race, so we'll have to make decisions fast and make our moves quick and get up to the front. So let's get into the race. And that is our Super Track run, the race, goodness, I can't speak. Our Super Track run for 2024 complete, and we finished 7th. so a little disappointed about that. I feel like we had a kart to actually win the race, but we were subject to a few low percentage moves. We started 5th. Carter Riddle kept jumping the start for reasons I don't fully understand. Eventually we got going, got to 3rd in turn 1. At some point, can't remember if it was lap 1 or after that, Jake Walsh dive bombed me in the inside, got sent back to like 5th or 6th after that. Then battled my way with the Bobby Krug fleet, eventually getting up to like maybe 3rd at one point, and shuffling back a little bit periodically after making some mistakes. And then coming to the white flag, it was Jaden behind me and then a couple of the Bobby Krug guys in front of me. They were going side by side. Didn't want to do something stupid into turn 1 and risk ending everyone's day. Jaden Beckman behind me had different plans. She dive bombed pretty much all of us, nearly taking some of us out. And then we kind of battled, just trying to give each other space for that last lap. And eventually everyone got past me. We shuffled back to 7th, which is definitely not where I wanted to be. We were a 10th faster than everyone in front of me except Jaden. Like I said, I feel like we had the kart to win. This kart has felt amazing all day, and we should have been further up than where we were. Just made a few mistakes early on in the day and just couldn't stay out of trouble in the race, but that's racing. So we're gonna, I don't know if we're gonna be coming back here. I won't be here at the next race because I will be up in Wisconsin for the Dairyland 8 Hour. Maybe I'll come back after that, depends upon what my schedule is and how I feel. I again want to give a huge shout out to Mark Schwagen for giving me a ride for this weekend. This kart has been an absolute dream to drive, and to Mike Gadbury as well for giving me a loaner motor while my other motor is still in urgent care. All in all, I'm glad we were able to come back. Like I said, I had no plans of coming back here, but you know, you have friends at the racetrack. Sometimes they can come through for you and change your mind. So I'm glad we got to come back, and I had a fun weekend with friends and being at the track and just having fun racing. That's what it's all about. And we'll see you next time when we go up to Wisconsin for the Dairyland 8 Hour. See you then.